In this video, I will finally be answering the question, how much does it cost to travel around the world?
In our 4 years of travel, we've shared that life on the road isn't all staged photos and slow motion twirls.
We're Tim and Finn, and whether we're stuck in the mud, stuck in the rain, or stuck at the border, we're sharing the unfiltered reality of it all.
Subscribe to join the adventure on Tripped.
So welcome back to the second part of this series. If you missed video 1, then I recommend going and watching that. It's not too long, but it takes us into this spreadsheet that we're going to be using now and teaches us how to start to strategically think through how to plan the itinerary. In 2015, Tim and I left our full-time jobs to go on a trip around the world. We did not know how long our money was going to take us around the world, so we didn't know if it was going to be anywhere from 6 months to 1 year. It ended up being a little bit over 10 months around the world. How we managed to budget for that was a little bit of trial and error, but what this spreadsheet that you can use is a tool for you to start to apply something theoretical in your head to paper. There is a link in the description box below to one of our blog posts on our website, and from there you can download this spreadsheet. I watched countless and countless and countless budgeting videos to plan for our trip. I had heard all of these big numbers, like we spent $63,472.16 on our trip around the world. To be honest, there's so much variation on how much your trip around the world would cost based on the destinations that you want to go to. Even just the popularity of those destinations based on the time that you watched the video and the time that you'll be traveling, just because up and coming touristy places turn over really quickly and increase in price really quickly, especially with YouTube videos like this suggesting that you visit Canggu, Bali or something. Canggu, Bali is probably 4 times more expensive now than it was when we visited there in 2016. And just how people like to travel. There are very, very budget ways to travel around the world. You can stay for $8 in a hotel room. You can eat for under $1 for every meal in many countries in the world. But just because you can doesn't necessarily mean that you will or that you even want to. Part of the challenge when we were budgeting for our trip is we didn't necessarily know what a budget hotel room looked like or felt like, or what a luxury hotel room in an inexpensive country looked like or felt like. So we didn't really know what type of traveler we were. It turns out it varied by location. So how are we going to figure out what it's going to cost for 6 months when we've got all of these tiny little charges, like $17 for a room here and $1 for street food here and 50 cents for internet at this cafe here? Well, that's why this video series has been broken up into 3 parts, because in the first part, what we did is we mapped out where you want to go. So now that you have a spreadsheet of your specific destinations, and remember, not just like the name of a country, like you want to visit Santorini in Greece for 7 days. To get a ballpark estimate, if you want to quickly figure out a round number to start to work towards for your savings, then what we'll do is you're going to go out and you're going to research the average daily cost in that specific location. We're going to start to narrow this down a little bit later in the video, but step 1 is to get the big picture. You could just go out and research Santorini. Well, this is a good example, because Santorini is so varied based on the budget. But let's take somewhere like an island in Thailand, like Koh Lanta, Thailand. Average daily cost of travel in Koh Lanta, Thailand. There's enough travel blogs out there now that you should be able to get a good feel. Specifically for Koh Lanta, I bet you would find a range of anywhere between $20 a person a night to $40 a person a night. That's budget mid-range. You could always spend more at all of these locations. And also, if you're doing a luxury trip, you're probably not watching like how to budget. You're just like spending your money. And so again, for your round number, don't just take the cheapest price that you see unless you know that you are the budget traveler and you don't mind if there are 4 other people in the room with you and you are eating like the free breadsticks for lunch, okay? So I recommend, finding your middle ground, plugging it into the spreadsheet provided, and then just simple multiplication will find the budget based on the location. Now you can do that for every single location that's on your bucket list here. Math is mind-boggling, which is why I've created the spreadsheet to automatically calculate your total budget. And you will see a nice big round number for the overall estimated cost of your trip. Chapter 2. I don't recommend stopping there. That's very estimated, but at least it's more targeted for your trip versus somebody else who went to even different continents that you're planning on going to. What you can do now to hone in on those nightly rates is you can actually go and pretend like you're planning this trip. The biggest part of your budget is likely going to be accommodation. We're going to talk about like plane flights outside of this. Your largest daily cost of travel is going to be accommodation. So if you start to go in and pretend like you're planning this trip, use an app like Agoda. Use Agoda, awesome, recommend for Southeast Asia, always the best prices, really. Airbnb, of course, great options. If you've never used Airbnb before, you can use our link below to get $40 off your first stay. That will help your budget. And, or other travel sites too, like booking.com or hotels.com. Start to plan your trip. So what looks good to you? Remember, every dollar saved, you're putting towards a longer trip. So it's always the balance of what you're getting nightly versus how long you want to travel. Well, welcome to the struggle. But we'll put down the accommodation costs. Great. This is $32. I'll mark that down just on a scratched piece of paper on my desk. Now, I'm researching some travel blogs. Best places to eat in Koh Lanta. Okay, here's this Thai restaurant, and this travel blogger said that they ordered pad Thai and a Thai tea drink, and it cost them $4 US. Okay, I'm gonna multiply that by 2 because I am traveling with my travel partner. I'm assuming that I, grabbed lunch. Oh, good, there was free breakfast at the hotel, and probably 2 days out of the 5 that I'm there, I'm gonna do some type of activity. Maybe I'm going on a $40 snorkel tour. Maybe I'm going on a $20 cave tour. So these are all additional costs that are going to contribute to my overall price of staying at Koh Lanta. Now it's a little bit cumbersome to do this for, if you have 25 locations on your trip, but you can start to see how accurate your guesstimations were by starting to put this all together and diving into the specific costs. So with your estimated $20 a day a person, were you spot on? Were you way off? You can see how you did. So we have always used World Nomads when we travel internationally. We have used them multiple times and are happy with how each individual case has been handled. We are an affiliate of World Nomads, so if you end up purchasing through World Nomads with our link below, we'll get a commission off of some of that, but not related to our affiliate with them. We've just had to use them traveling, hospital visits, car accidents, all that fun stuff that ends up happening when you're traveling. And they don't know that we're affiliates when we email in and get all of this resolved, and it's all been great. So we have a whole video on all of our experiences on the road, which are all just us getting in trouble and stuff. Not in trouble, just different kind of trouble. Anyways, you can go check that out. On our 10-month round the world trip, I think it ended up being a total of $7.11 a day for both of us. And we always like to think about things as a per day price, because then we could add it to the length of days that we're gone and just divide things out so we know how much we're spending every day. The other cost is airfare. which of course will completely vary based on where you're going and the time of year. But in order to minimize our airfare costs, we used credit card travel points. I know that's a benefit mostly to us here in the US. It's an awesome benefit. I'm sorry that you guys don't really have that elsewhere in the world, but if you are a US citizen and you have a US bank, please take advantage of that, because that is the way to get around the world. I haven't really done a travel hacking video in like years, so I'll probably add that onto this series as well. Now that you have your dream trip mapped out based on bucket list destinations and length of time, now you've associated a numeric cost to each of these destinations. You can start to realize, like, oh my gosh, I thought that I was going to spend 4 weeks in a camper van in New Zealand and 2 more in a camper van in Iceland. But holy moly, now that I've done the research, I can see how expensive that is to be in those locations. Maybe I try to narrow down those itineraries so that I have less time there. That will save me that much money, that will allow me to travel for longer in a cheaper destination. Now, if you've gone through step 1 and you've put together your entire bucket list and destinations, and now here you've come through step 2 and you've associated a cost to all of these destinations, and now you're looking at the spreadsheet and it's this huge number and you're going, there's no way I can save $50,000. Like, that's what my annual salary is. There's just no way. I promise you, I'm going to blow your mind with the third video's free download savings projector. It is how Tim and I saved $60,000 over 2 years with just modifying our lifestyle that we had in our expensive city that we lived in of Chicago on our $70,000 a year salaries. It sounds impossible. I agree with you, but mathematically, I will show you all of it in the next spreadsheet.